Fellow fight fans, what up? It's your boy MMT, and let's talk fights. UFC 310 goes down this weekend, and I am hype. I want to talk about the top 5 fights I am most hyped for. Starting with my honorable mention, we have Dominic Reyes taking on Anthony Lionheart Smith, and I'm excited for this one because Dominic Reyes, a couple years ago, may have been the only guy to possibly beat John Jones. He lost on the scorecards, but in the hearts of a lot of fans, he was the victor. Then we had him get knocked out really badly by Yuri Prohaska with that spinning elbow against the octagon fence. Then we had him get knocked out by Ryan Spann. In the first round by Ryan Spann. But this year, he looked great against Dustin Jacoby, a really solid fighter. He took some time off. He got his act together and he looked great. And I'm excited to see if he can keep that ball rolling and keep going on this return to form. Then we have at number 5, Nate the Train Landwehr versus Choi Do Ho. This is going to be a banger. These guys do nothing but brawl. A couple years ago, Choi Do Ho was involved in one of the greatest fights I've seen against Cub Swanson. These guys slugged it out for 3 straight rounds. It's a great fight. And Nate the Train is always pure entertainment. The guy is electric in the octagon and on the microphone. I'm excited to see if he wins, what he says after the fight. He's funny, he's charismatic. It's awesome. So I'm excited for that fight. Now at number 4, we have Sirogan, the Frenchman, rematching Alexander Volkov, the Russian. Now, this is a heavyweight, high profile match. These guys have already fought. Sirogan won by decision, as he always does. The guy is a point fighter. He's a great point fighter. But last time we saw him in the octagon, he got absolutely embarrassed in under a minute against John Jones. So we don't know what his mentality is going to be like in this return. I like Alexander Volkov to win this fight. His last couple fights, he's looked great, only losing to Tom Aspinall, who, in my opinion, is the best heavyweight in the world. Sorry, John.
Hello, John.
I think you'd get knocked out, but he's looked great. And I'm excited to see that rematch, and I think Volkov is going to impress everyone. And I'm excited to see what that outcome is. Now at number 3, we have Aljamain Sterling against Movsar Evloev. This fight was supposed to happen a while ago. There was an injury, it got postponed, and now it's going to happen. And I'm excited to see if Aljamain Sterling, who not that long ago, don't forget, was being considered as possibly the GOAT of the bantamweight division. But because he got knocked out by Sean O'Malley, people forget. But the guy is a legend, and I'm excited to see if he can beat Movsar Evloev. He beat Calvin Kattar. It was a boring fight, but he got it done. And I'm excited to see if he can get it done against Evloev. Evloev is a beast. He looked great against Diego Lopez. He's a really good fighter. So if Aljamain can get it done here, he should be on that path to challenge for the featherweight title. So that should be interesting. And number 2, we have the main event. We have Alejandro Pantoja taking on Kai Asakura. Kai Asakura making his debut out of Rising in Japan. And I'm excited to see what Kai Asakura looks like in the UFC. I've seen highlights of him. I've never watched a Rising event. But he looks damn good. His knees are explosive. His punches are explosive. He's big for that division. We'll see if he makes weight, but I'm excited to see if he can get it done. Pantoja is great, but he's already cleared out that entire division. So we need some fresh blood. And if Kai wins, it gets interesting because he can fight Moreno. He can fight Royval. He can fight these guys. Whereas if Pantoja wins, he's already beaten everybody. So where does he go from here? I don't know. But I'm excited to see what this fight's going to be like. And then, of course, the number 1 fight I'm most excited for, as for everyone else, is Shavkat Rakhmonov taking on Ian Machado Cuck Gary. This fight's exciting because it is the most high-profile, undefeated matchup I can think of. In my entire time watching the UFC, I really can't recall a matchup where 2 guys with a combined record of 33-0, Ian Gary's 15-0, Shavkat is 18-0, are meeting up. And the next fight for whoever wins is going to be the title against Bilal Muhammad. So I'm excited to see who wins this. Shavkat Rakhmonov is the most dominant fighter possibly we've ever seen in the octagon. The guy only finishes. Obviously, I mean that in a sense that we've never seen a guy who's undefeated with a 100% finish rate. It's absolutely incredible. And he submits people, he knocks people out. He's got great ground game, he's got great stand up. He is as exciting as they come. So I'm really excited to see how this fight turns out. And Ian Gary, he is kind of like the heel. People love to hate him because of his antics outside the octagon and inside the octagon too. People don't really like. For me personally, I don't love how he tries to just mimic what Conor McGregor did. Be your own person, man. You're Irish, cool. Be your own person. But anyway, I'm excited to see what happens in this fight. If Ian Gary can outpoint Shavkat, because let's face it, that's the only way this guy is going to win. They both fought Jeff Neal. They both fought Neil Magny, and Shavkat finished both. And Gary took them both to decisions. They both fought similar strikers in Michael Venom Page and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Shavkat finished Wonderboy, and Gary could not. In fact, in the third round of that fight, Ian Gary was kind of getting exposed a little bit. So I'm excited. Ian Gary's super confident. I respect that he took this fight. I really respect that. I respect that Shavkat took it because he was in line. He had that fight with Bilal already in place, and because Bilal got hurt, he wants to stay active. He's going to fight Ian Gary. It's great. They have juicy drama from their time training together, and it's just pure popcorn. I'm going to love every second of this fight, and this card's great. There's a lot of fighters I really like on this card. Chris Weidman's fighting, Chase Hooper's fighting, Bryce Mitchell's fighting. It's a pretty damn good card to close out 2024. Let me know which fights you're most excited for, which fights you are anticipating the most, and let me know what you think about UFC 310. I think it's a great card to close the year, and I'm excited for it. That's all I got for you guys. MMT out.